In a quiet village surrounded by green hills, there lived an old man named Karim. He was kind, humble, and always seen with his faithful donkey, Rafi. Together, they carried goods from the market and helped people across the village. Karim had raised Rafi since it was a baby. He found the little donkey lost near the river one rainy evening. Since that day, the two had become inseparable friends, sharing food, shelter, and countless journeys. Every morning, the old man would wake up before sunrise. He fed Rafi fresh grass, filled its water bucket, and spoke to it softly, as if talking to an old friend who understood every word. "Today, my friend, we go to the market again," Karim would say. Rafi would shake its head and make a soft sound, as if saying, "I'm ready." Their friendship was simple, but full of warmth and care. The villagers often smiled when they saw Karim and Rafi walking down the road. The old man walked slowly with his stick, while the donkey followed faithfully, carrying baskets of fruits and vegetables. Life was peaceful, but not always easy. The old man was poor, and his only income came from selling goods at the market. Still, he never complained. He believed happiness came from kindness, not wealth. One hot afternoon, as Karim and Rafi returned from the market, they saw a child crying by the road. The child had lost his toy cart. Karim stopped and gave the boy a wooden apple from his basket to cheer him up. Rafi leaned down and nudged the child gently with his nose. The boy laughed and stopped crying. Karim smiled and said, "See, Rafi always knows how to make people happy." As years passed, Karim grew older and weaker, but Rafi stayed by his side. The donkey seemed to understand that its master needed more care now. It moved slower and stayed close, watching over him. One winter morning, Karim felt too tired to go to the market. He sat outside his small house, looking at the snow-covered hills. Rafi stood quietly beside him, keeping him company. "You've been my best friend," Karim whispered. "Without you, I would have been alone long ago." Rafi blinked its gentle eyes, as if understanding every word his master said. The villagers admired their friendship. They often said, "No one loves his animal like Karim does, and no animal is as loyal as Rafi." Their bond became an example for others. One day, a rich merchant saw Rafi and wanted to buy it. He offered Karim a lot of money, but Karim refused politely, saying, "Rafi is not for sale. You can't buy friendship." The merchant laughed and walked away, but those words stayed in everyone's heart. People began to understand that true friendship is more valuable than gold. Time continued to pass, and Karim became too old to work. Still, he never sent Rafi away. Every morning, they sat together under the same tree, watching the sunrise and listening to birds. Sometimes, children came to play around them. Karim told them stories about his young days and how Rafi saved him from floods, storms, and loneliness. The children loved those tales. One evening, a big storm hit the village. The wind blew hard and rain poured heavily. Karim's small hut began to shake. Rafi stood outside, refusing to enter, blocking the door with his body to keep his master safe. When the storm ended, the villagers found Karim's hut still standing. They also found Rafi, tired and wet, but alive. Everyone realized the donkey had protected the old man with its own body. The villagers took Rafi to the barn and cared for it. Karim cried with gratitude. "You saved my life again, my friend," he whispered while gently brushing its wet fur. From that day, the villagers treated Rafi like a hero. They gave it the best food and built a shelter near Karim's home. But Rafi still preferred to stay close to the old man. The bond between them grew even stronger. Karim started writing a small diary about his life with Rafi, the lessons of love, loyalty, and patience he learned from his companion. "A donkey may not speak," he wrote, "but its heart speaks louder than words. It understands pain, joy, and love better than many humans do." People often came to Karim for advice. He told them that friendship is not about how strong or rich someone is, but how much they care for each other, like he and Rafi did. As time went on, Rafi began to age too. Its steps slowed, and its eyes lost some brightness. Karim noticed it and cared for Rafi the same way Rafi had cared for him. He would feed it warm mash in winter and cover it with a thick blanket. He often said, "You took care of me for years. Now it's my turn to take care of you." One morning, Karim woke up to find Rafi lying quietly. He rushed to its side and whispered softly, "Don't leave me yet, old friend." The donkey opened its eyes weakly and made a soft sound. One morning, Karim woke up to find Rafi lying quietly. He rushed to its side and whispered softly, "Don't leave me yet, old friend." The donkey opened its eyes weakly and made a soft sound. That night, Rafi took its last breath under the stars, peacefully, with Karim by its side. The old man buried it under the big tree where they had spent most of their days. The next morning, the villagers gathered to comfort Karim. He said nothing but smiled through tears. "He's gone," he whispered, "but he will always live in my heart." From that day on, Karim visited Rafi's grave every morning. He talked to it like he used to, telling stories, sharing thoughts, and remembering the good old days. Even though Rafi was gone, Karim never felt truly alone. He said the wind carried Rafi's spirit, and sometimes he could feel the donkey walking beside him. Years later, Karim became too old to walk far. The villagers cared for him with the same love he once showed to his donkey. They called him the wise man of the village. Before his death, Karim asked the villagers to plant flowers on Rafi's grave every spring. "Let people remember that kindness and loyalty never die," he said. After Karim passed away, the villagers kept his promise. Every spring, the tree under which Rafi rested bloomed with white flowers, bright and peaceful. Travelers who came to the village often stopped there. They would ask, "Whose grave is this?" The villagers always answered, "It's the story of love and loyalty between a man and his donkey." The story spread far beyond the village. It was told in cities, towns, and schools, teaching children the meaning of true friendship. People learned that even the smallest creatures could hold the biggest hearts. Rafi became a symbol of loyalty, and Karim a symbol of kindness. The villagers later built a small statue of Karim and Rafi together, standing side by side, looking toward the horizon, just like they always did. Every morning, when the sun rose, its light touched the statue first, reminding everyone that love and friendship can outshine time and death. And so, the legend of Karim and Rafi continued, a timeless tale of friendship, loyalty, and the bond between a man and his donkey that no storm could ever destroy.